We're drinking our lives away, hoarse voices with nothing to say, except I'm sorry for what I've become. What would our mother say to see us behaving this way? I said I'm sorry, but it's not how you raised me, Mom. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, and there's whiskey in the jar. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, and there's whiskey in the jar. Your family for the Motor City, to the quintessential life. Fled Detroit with nothing but some bruises. Watch your son as you wave goodbye. From the kitchen, so we get high and make this right. Bloody noses don't reclaim the missing piece you needed all this time. If I could save you from yourself, I think I would. Even if my eyes were never open to the world, if I could save you from yourself, I think I would. I'm sure it's worth the things you carry, so I could walk the earth. Couldn't hold those TVs, but cash your checks in record time. Behind the glass he held that dusty Bible, the country people's last ditch lie. If I could save you from yourself, I think I would. Even if my eyes were never open to the world, if I could save you from yourself, I think I would. Not sure it's worth the things that you carry, so I could walk the earth. I got a brother who lives in Philadelphia. Things had turned out differently, you might know your firstborn son as one vindictive butterfly. To flap his wings as you watch that husband stir those Texas skies. If I could save you from yourself, I think I would. Even if my eyes were never open to the world, if I could save you from yourself, I think I would. Not sure it's those were the things that you carried so I could walk.
Thank you.
There is furniture in the hallway. I think I will probably fix that so that I can join in the clapping. I wanted to ask, did you guys write Whiskey in the Jar all by yourselves?
Yeah, obviously.
Color me impressed.
That's public domain, Todd.
Yeah,
Thanks very much.
everybody knows Metallica wrote that.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Just like Turn the Page and the rest of Garage Incorporated. Yeah. Anyway, well, welcome back and welcome aboard. And so we have already resolved the problem of an intimate studio audience and replaced them with a boisterous.
Excuse me, we are maxed out online, Todd.
That works for me. Thank you for determining that.
We've broken the internet, is what you're saying.
You apparently did a very good job of promoting the show. It means that
eat it, Zuckerberg.
It has been a long time since that. Mike, do you remember? I think it's happened in 2013, but not since it warmed up.
Yeah.
So
Probably since last time I was here, frankly.
thank you to everybody who's listening, and if there's anything we can do to keep you listening, let me know. Now,
Let the band play!
yes, you want to just go ahead and do two in a row?
Ask us questions. Make us sound legit.
It's your hour. I can. Let's see.
It's a full-time job making us sound legitimate. So you.
Since you made the big time, what has been the biggest change in your day-to-day lifestyles?
My diet, definitely.
Caviar?
Yeah, obviously.
Vegan caviar?
Solely.
Can that be a thing?
If you want it to be badly enough, you can pretend it's
Soy.
You're right. It's not really fish eggs. It's
We're jumping the shark here, Todd.
Hey, shark roe. Living on shark roe.
I actually eat exclusively shark since we've made it. So
Better watch your mercury levels then.
Jeremy Piven style. Remember that?
Right. Well, when we come back, maybe we could talk about web presence and upcoming gigs.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
So stay tuned for that. You're listening to Thin Gin on WEFT Sessions.
Cool.
Thunder from the floors above, dubstep in the makeshift club, dancing to the high def scream in the wee hours of the morning, dealing qualities. Siren song is playing loud as can be. Vaporize, no we don't smoke, we'll try to fly instead of choke. Silence is our dinner guest, but maybe laughter fills the rest. These stupid things we say, siren song might carry us away. You're a little hard to read, but you haven't read the book on me. Joke's on you, I'm not that deep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Early in the afternoon, wine glasses that I tipped into. In the nights brought couch to couch with folk songs playing in the background. Thinking, could it be? Siren song is safer than it seems. Finally got that chance to talk. Upstairs alone, we'll square things up. There's a couple parts that I left out. I'm too young to get it anyhow. When I hear that siren song, can't help myself, I'm humming right along. Your kisses what your needs. Tie me to the mast. That siren song might lead me into black. Tie me to the mast. That siren song might lead me into black. Tie me to the mast. That siren song might lead me into black. Tie me to the mast. That siren song might lead me into black.
I've been waiting for that. Oh, thanks very much.
The band appears ready for more Q&A. So
That makes it sound so needy when you say it.
now,
Like that.
which of you is the philosophical one?
That guy.
We can at any time dispense with the pretend Q&A and get back to real. Now that we only have bands with riders and limos, we have tried to make the format a little more posh.
Got it. Yeah, highbrow.
So let's get to some posh venue gigs, tour dates, and so on.
Oh yeah. Let's
Hamburg.
see. Yeah, obviously. You must get there in the spring. It's delightful. Yeah, we got a show on the 24th at Mike and Molly's. With some bands that I'm drawing a blank on it right now. We just played a couple of dates, and then we've been really kind of focusing on getting ready for this because we normally are very, very loud with a lot of electronics and stuff. So
Could I ask a couple of questions that are legitimate questions about the band?
yeah, for sure, yeah.
Okay. How long have you guys been playing together as Thin Gin?
About a year and a half. We've known each other for a long time. I grew up playing songs for the good Lord with Brian, and Will and I have been playing at the same venues for about a decade now. And we went to the same high school. I shouldn't say we went to high school together. We live very different lives. But yeah.
So the boarding school in the mountains was a departure for you.
Yeah, naturally.
Hopefully brought you closer together.
Yeah. But yeah, Will and I have lived together a few times, and so Brian and I had a couple of songs together, and we're honestly kind of folk singers, so this really feels right at home for us. But we knew that we wanted to do something different because it was frankly getting a bit tired. And so
I know that was my complaint.
Yeah, yeah. So we brought Will in and just said, hey, do something kind of strange. And now he's just playing a ukulele and hitting a kick drum, which is like
It seems like no matter what I choose to do in this band, I'm playing toys.
Yeah.
I'm making weird noises, and I can never figure it out.
Have you heard the Self album that they did with Toys?
I have not.
The whole album, it made me wish I liked Self better, but they have a whole album on toy instruments, and I don't know if we have it here or not, but I'll have to look after this break. Now, because this is where we would give out contact information and so on and so forth, I'm wondering if it would help people remember your website to ask if people parse it wrong sometimes.
Oh.
Because I was telling one of my listeners your site, and I was explaining that it's not Thing in Band, it's Thin Gin.
Yeah, well, actually, we nicked the title from a poem by a pretty fabulous poet named Gwendolyn Brooks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Did she do the Bean Eaters?
I don't know, Ethan. You might know that. I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not when I say real fabulous poet, I mean I read a couple in an anthology. It's not like that's how it goes. Okay?
You had to read her in school.
Yeah. I had to read a lot of people in school. But yeah, so we stole the line from there, but the full line is We Thin Gin, and so Will bought a URL.
So I've never made a website, and I was really excited.
Wait, excuse me. Is that the same one, We Die Young?
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
It
because
is.
that was the
Nailed
other
it.
poem I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That's
But-
the poem.
You
well,
win.
I'm super excited. It's not often that I
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah. I majored in English.
You've
I
made
barely
me feel
remember it.
special.
All right.
So I was making this website, and I didn't know what to do, so I titled it wethinGin.com.
As
And
you
then
do.
Todd's wife came and was like, "That looks a lot like Wet Thing In."
Which is not what we wanted at all.
So
Wait, say that. Okay.
It's not actually it, but
Oh,
it's just,
Wee Thin Gin looks
Wee
like
Thin
wet.
Gin.
Right.
it looks like
yeah.
Is the title "We Real Cool"?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
Look at you. Look at
I
you,
guess
Todd.
she made an impression on me too. Then
From one Todd
7 at
to
the Golden
another.
Shovel.
You know, Black Arts Movement. It's a bit dated, but it's a good poem. that was amazing that he just came out with that right now, frankly.
We actually rehearsed this. This is the 5th time we've.
One Todd to another.
Yeah, because remember before during soundcheck I came in too early and I recognized the poem before you'd mentioned it.
Oh yeah.
So it was obvious we couldn't go with that take. I saw Hollywood Squares at least once where Jim J. Bullock made the joke before the question that set up the joke, and
Yeah.
John Davidson just went ahead and did the setup after the joke had already been. Oh, it was excruciating.
Well, sometimes you just gotta power through, head down, power through. you know?
They really should have moved on. I mean, it was everything not to do, and it wasn't even live. I mean, it
No.
was they could have
Could have cut the rope. You know.
So, well, that was educational. I feel like we just had English class, and we can
Yeah.
go to music class now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we are actually. We're gonna play a cover by one of my personal favorite bands. This song is called "King of Carrot Flowers" by Neutral Milk Hotel.
You wanted to do 2 in a row again?
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do 2. Cool, thanks.
When you were young, you were the king of carrot flowers, and now you built a tower crumbling to the sea, with holy rattlesnakes that fell all around your feet. And Mom would sink a fork right into Daddy's shoulder, and Dad would throw the garbage all across the floor, as we would lay and learn what each other's bodies were for. This is a room. One afternoon I knew I would love you, and from above you how I sank into your soul, into that secret place where no one dared to go. And Mom would drink until she was no longer speaking, and Dad would all the different ways to die, each one a little more than he could bear to try.
Thank you. Thanks, folks. That's what 3 seconds of dead air feels like.
All right, I thought you wanted to do 2 in a
No,
row.
we are going to do 2. I just needed to switch instruments real quick.
But, you know, if we are talking, I found something for your friend there.
Cool.
That is the Self album that is all toy instruments. So I might even play some of it when you're done,
Yeah, feel free.
just so people, it's sort of a hipster thing to reference music and then just never actually play it for people.
Yeah.
But I try not to be quite that much of a jerk. So, yeah.
Well, how many times has someone gone, you're going to love this band, listen to it, and you're like, oh, yeah. And then you never listen to that band.
Well, my thing is, people will tell me I'll love something because they love it, and then when I finally would buy it, in the past, it used to be a lot harder. You couldn't just go to YouTube or whatever. And so, I'd finally buy it, and in fact...
Please tell me you're about to reference the Thin Gin record you bought.
No, I think this is more about saving a life and how record store clerks can be lifeguards in their own right. My first month of college, a dear friend of mine insisted I had to buy the Deep Blue Something album because she loved it so much I would too. And the clerk said, I'm not letting you buy that until you listen to it first. And he didn't just save me $15. He saved me...
Probably saved that friendship, honestly.
Actually, she had a nervous breakdown after that and cut contact with everybody. But
well, that's not Will's fault to make him feel bad about it. Come on.
Should have listened to the record. Told her it was fantastic.
and
she's still waiting, just sitting.
I'm thinking he saved us both from having a nervous breakdown because if I'd had to
Maybe
listen to
that's why
that
she had the nervous
enough,
breakdown.
I would have had a breaking point as well. And the leader of that band is named Todd, so thank you for doing a better job than he did. Thin Gin is significantly deeper than... depending on, if you say it's getting deep in here, that's under that definition, maybe. But, as far as profound or satisfying...
We are known for our profundity.
I'm just going to...
We're going to play another song now, Todd. It's cool. You can walk away.
This is it's a new one that's not on our EP.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Compass points north like a dutiful guide. Even though there's concern, he's face out all this time. Poles have stopped tugging, point on road memory. The ground has eroded. Now just where should I stand? Nobody knows what to do with you. Nobody knows what to do with you. The bright yellow sundresses on your 8-year-old twins, dripping wet from the first time they'll be born again. What a weight off your shoulders, that's God's problem now. Bathing St. Patrick's water, envy was never this loud. Nobody knows what to do with you. Nobody knows what to do with you. Lead a life paralyzed by the tiniest things. Just ignore other people lest they think what I think. You've been 7 days sober, you've created a world that's prey. Evolution selects you in peace. Nobody knows what to do with you. Nobody knows what to do with you. skirt is cut with some revelation. I could be tranquilized with the dart from a gun. Reality's buzz, I'll be comfortably numb. Nobody knows what to do with you. Nobody knows what to do with you. Nobody knows what to do with you. Nobody knows what to do with you.
Song's called Chicago. What up, 312?
Where's that water going?
You ever really stamp them out? The bottle pipes and pills of boulders cursed by angry Grecian mouths. Mountains surround. That's what Chicago is to you. You scratch and sweat and curse the train, it robs I-80 from your view. You stolen too. What makes this place so hard to kick? Must be the life contained a barren woman filled with triplets. That mortal gift. Check your pulse, this is life. 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 6 inches frozen until June. Massive divine sepulchre, you cast your mother's ashes deep into. We're all still watching you. The cityscape not built for two. Will you multiply the signified till everything you held is nothing new? It all just comes unglued. She sings the antebellum blues. With the edifice at Portland, Maine, broke binary with nightmares that ensued. They aren't worth fighting through. Check your pulse, this is life. 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 Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, I killed a kid outside a cab. He didn't struggle, he just said this isn't what Chicago is supposed to be. A lack of vision ended him. He thought the city would fix every single problem in his head. So I corrected him. I said that once I felt the same. Well, I thought the people and the places would fix everything in me.
I'm still me. Check your post, this is life. Check your post, this is life. Check your post, this is life. Check your post, this is life.
Thank you.
Didn't want you to think I abandoned you,
Wow.
or our apparently still maxed out stream.
Wow.
So usually we get all excited and then we get a few, we lose a few.
People go to
But
bed.
people are still telling me they can't tune in because everybody, which, I'm sorry
Suckers.
people can't get in, but that gives us encouragement to expand our operations.
Yeah, very cool.
So as I said, thank you to everybody who's listening. And if there's anything I can do to twist your arm and make you go on listening, we've got quite a lot coming up as well. Or maybe we could just have you play all night.
Yeah, I don't know that.
So we
would
could
work.
we could suggest that people who have access to an FM radio and are listening online,
They could switch,
it
yes.
sounds better on the FM.
My thing is, I just feel so bad telling people to reduce our
free
listener
up,
count.
free up a channel for somebody else who's waiting to get in.
I guess the thing is, we've proved our point of machoism, and now that we've maxed out the stream, I guess if you have another means of listening, you could free it up for other people, but please don't stop listening. We do not want to deter you from your excellent listening habits. Now, you mentioned your show at Mike and Molly's,
Mm-hmm.
and we mentioned your Facebook page.
No, we didn't yet.
Okay.
We were getting to that, I think.
Ooh. Well,
Yeah,
let's
it's-
continue the
Yeah.
trajectory.
Well, I'm someone that takes social media very seriously,
Ooh.
as it demands to be taken.
Future politician?
Absolutely not. The exact opposite. No, I just I'm trying to get a job in the tech world, so people are very good about finding these things. It's facebook.com/thinginband.
Not to be confused with, what was it? Wet.
What thingin'?
Or
Yeah.
or we thingin'.
We
I don't
thingin'.
think-
Ooh, I like we thingin'.
Could be some kids listening right now. I don't want to be, well, first of all, if you're listening, go to bed. Where are your parents?
They
That's
can
really
listen
the
while
question.
they can go to sleep to it.
No
Have
one's-
wonderful dreams.
Have you been listening? No one's going to sleep to this, Todd.
I've slept through some pretty raucous things, and I mean, what you dream is just a music video for what you're listening to.
I don't want to underestimate my ability to bore you. I apologize. Well, anyway, we do have a Facebook page, and we upload photos.
Uh-oh.
We do. There's a band page there. You can listen to some of our EP and such. We have. I think we have Twitter. I don't use it that often, frankly. I found a band Twitter is just kind of difficult. What are you gonna say that's not? Because you start to link them all too. You know what I mean? It's some of Twitter is gonna automatically go to my Facebook. Let's take out the middleman here.
You could always just post grievances to get them out of your system.
Yeah, I think that might work as well. I think right now we're just in this shameless make people like us phase, and we're not really planning.
What
on
better way to do that than to gripe at everything in the world?
Yeah, a real vaudevillian approach, which is what I am at heart, I guess.
I'm reminded there was a sketch where Vicki Lawrence got a radio call-in show that was it was like a consumer advocacy thing about just how terrible everything is.
Mhm.
And the listeners loved her, but she lost every sponsor for kvetching about them. So
Yeah.
her show got canceled because she had no allies left, even though it had high ratings. So.
Yeah, well, right now we're working out a sponsorship with Cazadores Tequila.
Oh, hey.
And so I'm not sure if that's going to end up panning out, but if they check out our Facebook, we have been repping them solid.
Well-
451 people are seeing those pics, so Cazadores, you out there, check us out. We actually, I think, collectively hate gin. Or do you not
Oh,
hate
I'm a
gin?
gin fan.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's let's see, I think I call it English gin,
Yeah.
and then the gin that tastes like bourbon.
Yeah, I want the one that tastes like bourbon.
You can have all my gin that tastes like bourbon because
I'd rather have your bourbon that tastes like bourbon.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing is, I can't do bourbon, and so I
Oh,
don't
that
want
sucks.
gin to taste like bourbon. But
Oh, fair
from now on,
Was there
any
a bad
gin.
story behind that?
Um,
Bad night? A Todd night?
Well, freshman year was long enough ago that I hadn't forever quit going to McDonald's, and there was a guy in line next to me, and I could taste the bourbon on his breath.
Yeah.
To where I can't. When they use bourbon in cooking, it just takes me back to being in line at McDonald's with that guy that
Smells
had
like a
too much.
stepdad.
Yeah. A stepdad?
No, yeah. Wait.
I'm both intrigued and don't want to delve into your family
I
history.
don't have a stepdad. That was a joke.
That'd be a great Disney movie, though.
My stepdad smells like bourbon.
Well, that could be the
Parts 1 through 3.
Right.
It could bring me. I'm looking for work. I'd write that sequel. I'm telling you right now.
Well, when you write it, we'll have you back for a marquee edition of Web Sessions.
We'll do a reading.
That took a weird turn.
You laugh, but we might take you up on it. Besides, you've proven you can get the maximum number of listeners, so we
Yeah.
might have you back just to read the dictionary or
fair.
something if your
Yeah.
listeners are into that.
No shortage of suckers out there. I will filibuster up here.
Oh
if you
my!
need me to.
Yeah, even if the Senate doesn't continue to allow that, Todd Reese will filibuster every night on WEFT just because he can.
Strom Thurmond incarnate.
Oh Lord!
Right? I need to. That's a joke.
I was gonna
I
say,
abhor Strom Thurmond. I need to get that out
what
there.
we should do is we should just talk until each break you make me walk away speechless, and then you play a song.
All right, I'll have my good friend Brian introduce this next song.
This song is a song that you might not be familiar with, or you might. It's a weird one. Clap hands, Tom Waits. Hope you like it.
Insane, they're all insane. Fireman's blind, the conductor's lame. Cincinnati jacket and a saddle of fame. Hanging out the window with a bottle full of rain. Clap hands, clap hands, clap hands. Roar, roar, the thunder and the roar. Somebody never coming back here no more. Moon in the window and a bird on a pole. Always find a millionaire to shovel all the coal. Clap hands, clap hands, clap hands. Steam, steam, 100 bad dreams. Going up to Holland with a pistol in his jeans. $50 bill inside a pallet in his hat. Nobody's sure I'm missing Knickerbocker's hat. Whoa, whoa, thunder and the roar. Somebody never coming back here no more. Moon in the window and a bird on a pole. Always find a millionaire to shovel all the coal. Clap hands, clap hands, clap hands, clap hands, clap hands, clap hands. Shine, shine, a Roosevelt dime. All the way to Baltimore, running out of time. Salvation Army, see no wind up in the hole. Always find a minute. Clap hands, 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 clap hands.
To be
Ruined
fair,
Todd's favorite line of the song right there.
I don't
on
know that Tom
purpose.
Waits knows the words of that song anymore either.
I don't want to be responsible for 3 seconds of dead air again, so I thought, even though that was only one song.
Come on, I gotta switch instruments. Give me a second here.
Well, the reviews are also. I honestly, in reporting that we maxed the you maxed the stream, and a number of other things, I haven't even been able to respond to a lot of the listener feedback yet. But people have been showing me that you have indeed maxed the stream. So. We definitely need to have you back for Nielsen's week or whatever, Arbitron. Or
Yeah, that's right. Well, thanks very much, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. I know it's late. I know it's a work night. God knows I'd be in bed right now.
Oh, and I do want to say, that doesn't mean we don't love people who only almost max the stream, but...
You can say it. It's okay. We know
but
the truth.
no, it does show that whatever you guys did to promote yourselves in tonight, it worked. So
I went to the computer lab, logged in on every single computer.
Ooh, excellent.
Not really.
So all the custodians are forced to listen to you unless they want to go around to each.
Poor saps. No, we are huge advocates of custodians. I didn't mean it to come out like that.
I like how we're second-guessing everything we say tonight, even when it's not offensive.
First and foremost, a working-class band here. It could not be further from the truth.
So all that about boarding school might have been embellished.
Yeah.
It wasn't really in the mountains.
No,
it was
I
fairly...
went to high school in Muhammad, so that's close enough.
All you Rudy Tooty Muhammeds with your little fingers out.
Yeah.
Did I say Muhammeds? I meant Muhammad.
Muhammad.
I don't think a person from Muhammad is called a Muhammad.
It's pronounced Muhammad. So you need to... You have no idea how many people get that backwards and such.
I'm assuming you know the story I know about how Muhammad was named.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know the
Shall we
story.
share on the... Oh, you know what?
Go
I would love to
Why
hear
don't
the
we make
story.
it a trivia question?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
I think what we should do is... I don't know if it's fair for me to play. I think each of you should give a different story, and we could poll the studio audience on which is true.
Okay.
How about this? Since you're from Muhammad... Now, are they from Muhammad?
We're all three from Muhammad.
Okay. I'm going to assume one of you knows the true story. So I'm going to let the three of you each give an explanation for where the name Muhammad comes from. And depending on whether I feel like we need a fourth answer,
Are you going to jump in?
I might jump in, but I'm leaning against because I don't want to upstage the band. So
Yeah.
the name Muhammad, Illinois, comes from, and we'll start with Todd.
You know, I'm trying to remember correctly because I know that there's the Muhammad Taze aquifer that flows underneath it. That's where you're getting your water from. And if we don't stop fracking, we're going to ruin that water. But the thing that I'd heard, and it was more of like a little theory thing that I had heard in one of my classes. That,
You're making a very compelling case for...
no, I'm being serious. That there used to be, for Muslims in the area that couldn't afford it, there was a Hajj. They did like basically this... This is for real, dude. There was this kind of Chicagoland Muslims would do a Hajj for people that couldn't afford it, and it went to Cairo, somewhere else, and then it ended in Muhammad, Illinois. This is, I mean, I've went and like looked up to try to find newspapers for this class about it, and none of it really, like, I wasn't able to find anything to. But by the way, to all of our Muslim friends listening, Ramadan Mubarak. Have a good holiday season.
And that is alleged celebrity answer number 1. We will now go to number 2.
I wasn't prepared to come and play a game of Balderdash tonight, so if I could just... If you haven't noticed, I'm kind of the strong, silent type. That's what I'm going for,
Well,
so... Can I say pass? Is
You're
that
already convincing
a
me
valid
that
answer?
that's true. So
Pass. Pass is the...
Oh, I got this one. So
number
there was
2 is pass. We will now go to number 3.
There was this kid and this mother traveling long time ago. And they were trying to figure out where they were, and they were looking at a map, and this kid's like, "Mom, it looks like," and she goes, "You say Muhammad?" And he goes, "No, I said, Mom, it looks like," and that's how it became Muhammad.
Gosh, you know, the three of you are also persuasive. I'm having a hard time. Why don't we say people can go with either any of those three, all of the above, or none of the above?
Yeah.
Now, does anybody in the studio audience want to play? Sir, what is your name? Tyler. Who do you? Which of these fine musicians do you believe?
I'm pretty sure it's
Pass. He was telling the truth. He really didn't want to play. And the story I've always heard is that Muhammad never came up with a name by the deadline, so the U.S. Postal Service randomly assigned them the next one on the list.
It's possible because they were renamed. It used to be Middletown. There were two Middletowns.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had a deadline, and they got something with absolutely zero local significance because they took too long.
That is not the story I heard, but we can stick with the other Todds.
I like all four of them.
All right.
You know, sometimes a song, people will say, what's that song about? And it doesn't have to be about only one thing. Each verse could be about something different. She Don't Use Jelly is about different people using magazines and tangerines. And it's not just one story. It's 3 stories. It's like the Trinity, like a shamrock.
You know, Todd, life may not be anything goes, but it certainly is many things go.
Exactly. And I'm just
We're
going
gonna
to
sing
walk
songs
away
about
in
suicide
horror
now.
once again.
She was on the front porch reading, I was on the back porch singing, weeping in the same bed sleeping, separated by a demon. She been with her best friend walking to an empty shell, been talking. I've been in my own mind longing just to tell you something. But I promise you that I'm headed back home. Promise you I don't feel it in my bones. Sounding like a broken record, maybe just a 3-song demo. Passing it out to everyone that I know. You better treat it like a holy Bible. Fantasize of drinking poison. Garage door closed and engine running. All those angry phone calls coming, and they're begging me, could we have done something? But I promise you that I'm headed back home. Promise you, no, I don't feel it in my
Thanks very much.
I would say I'm sorry if I thought that it would change your mind. But I know that this time I said too much, been too unkind. Well, I try to laugh about
took you for granted, thought that you needed it more, but I would do most anything to get you back by my side. But I just keep on laughing, hiding the tears in my eyes, 'cause boys don't cry. Boys don't cry.
Thanks, y'all.
Well, I would like to thank you because as long as people still believe that this is live radio and not our, best take out of however many, I would love for people to actually believe WEFT were organized enough to orchestrate that many takes of allegedly live radio. I don't think we're quite that far ahead as chess players, but I have told some people that later tonight I'm doing a tribute to 1977 to 1980, and I already had a different early Cure song included in that, so that was a fantastic lead-in, hors d'oeuvre, as it were. So we've got the Self on the toy instruments, and we've got a Cure song that is not Boys Don't Cry, and a lot of local music, obviously, because that's kind of the whole idea of the 10 to 12 block. We have Paul Lasaro, Thoughts Detecting Machines. We also are going to have some new music from Elusive Parallelograms, and Psychic Teens are going to be touring through the area, so they will be local. They will be locally relevant or something
They'll
like
be
that.
local for a time.
Right. And everybody's local somewhere, but we don't want to take too many liberties as long as there's... I'd much rather have our scene than... Well, I mean, no offense to Muhammad, but I'm glad it's not just the Muhammad scene.
There's a reason that we live in Urbana. All right?
Well, you play Urbana venues and
Yeah.
Champaign venues.
Yeah.
Because if you just played Muhammad venues, you'd probably have to be done by... Well, actually, a lot of Urbana closes down early, too, so...
I have a lot of civic pride, Todd, and you are stepping on my toes right now.
Mission accomplished. West Coast versus East Coast.
Fair enough.
Actually, I don't know how unless it's West Coast to the Boneyard, I don't know how that would be relevant to Illinois in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, fair enough.
It just occurred to me that we're not in the first half of the show, so I should ask whether you have one more, two more.
We have one more song, if that's all right.
Well, yes, I just I'm glad we identified that before you played it, because I wasn't going to be ready to transition into other bands
Okay, cool.
quite right away. So
Yeah.
we should plug your show one more time,
Yeah.
because this will be the last opportunity until... I mean, you could always stick your heads in the booth and say, "Hey, by the way," but
Yeah. We have a show coming up on the 24th, which is next week. It's at Mike and Molly's, and I believe it starts at 9 o'clock.
and maybe I can look up the other bands playing the show.
LaGuerre and a couple. I booked this like
Is Barrow
ages
on
ago. I think that sounds right.
'Cause we've
I'm
been
so
playing the
sorry
Barrow
to,
CD.
to people that are on this bill. We've been like booking other stuff, and I haven't honestly. I couldn't tell you, and I should have looked.
Well, what I'm thinking is, if we have stuff by other bands handy that are
Mhm.
on the bill, we can just go on promoting it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the internet is going to be the best source.
I've heard of
there.
it.
I mean, yeah. But while we're at it, we actually just put our EP out a couple of weeks
Oh,
ago. And
you should
it's
get it
on,
to us.
Yeah, it's available on iTunes and stuff like that, and it's also on Spotify if you don't want to buy it.
We only accept 45 RPM.
45. You're gonna have to wait a minute then on that one.
Colored vinyl, please.
God, I wish that were true, dude.
If it's black, that's just a little... unless it's ironically black vinyl.
Yeah.
Then we'll make an exception. Like if it's not actually black, but
Yeah.
midnight blue, almost black, or mahogany, or
It's transparent. But yeah, we just like us.
transparent black. I like it.
So yeah, we're on Spotify. Even though Tom York thinks we should come off it, we're gonna go ahead and we'll keep the .007 cents.
That Tom York. I just want to pet him on the head.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. But you know, we're real grateful for you guys having us. Thanks so much.
Oh, and I'll
Mike,
say one more
thank
time,
you.
please don't turn off the radio right away.
Yeah.
Because we would love to captivate you with other local music that maybe you'll agree is also good.
For sure.
Because
For
you'd be
sure.
right.
Everybody stick around. This it's a really amazing thing to have a local station like this, and so it's really important to support it, and I'm sure they got various fundraisers and such going on. And Lord knows, Monday from 10 to 12, Todd's getting weird. So this song is called Tangled Heads, and this is going to be the last one we play. So thanks very, very much for tuning in. Mom and Dad, you can go to bed now.
Well, I could have been a genius, but it was easier to be a poet. And all I had to do was pretend the world revolved around me. Yeah, maybe it did. Heading towards the East Coast with someone that I barely know. And I'm sorry I had to cancel while those pills dug in on me. 'Cause I got demons you can't dream of. I got hate that you can't scream of. I got love and it is bursting at the seams. I'm sleeping in my mother's house. I ask her what it's all about, and she says if I knew then I would tell. Peace be still, son, everyone's as gone as you. I tell you what you're gonna do, just bite your lip and give it up. Take that trip out east. You'll be back eventually. You'll be back eventually. Maine's the place for tangled heads. Myself wishing you were dead. All those wishes will be dead. Well, I write down all my secrets, disguised in prose, vague and poetic. Keep my gaze trained on the floorboards so I won't be recognized. My color is blown. Well, the air up here is thinner. Can almost feel Elliot's dagger. I have 1,000 coronaries before I reach age 33. A perfect storm brews in my stomach. Drinking alone as I'm being gutted. Working day and night to forget, but I remember everything. I driving to the edge of town, screaming just to hear the sounds. God, we need to air it out. Your will be done. The story doesn't really change. I say I'm overdrawn and underpaid, desperate for a shot of life. Take that trip out east. You'll be back eventually. You'll be back eventually. Maine's the place for tangled heads. Myself wishing you were dead. All those wishes will